The America's Got Talent stage has seen thousands of dreamers, but when Yu Menglong slowly walked into the spotlight that night, something felt different. He didn't carry the confident swagger of a seasoned performer or the loud excitement of someone chasing fame. Instead, his steps were calm, almost hesitant, as if every movement carried the weight of a lifetime of memories. Dressed simply, with eyes that reflected both hope and pain, Yu greeted the judges softly. When Simon Cowell asked why he had come, Yu paused, his voice trembling, not because of fear, but because the reason sat deep in his heart. "I am here to sing for my mother," he said. In that moment, the audience leaned forward. The noise of the room faded. It wasn't just another audition. It was the beginning of a confession, a tribute, and a story of love that would soon leave the entire theater in tears. Yu Menglong grew up in a small, modest home, where dreams often took a back seat to survival. His father left when he was young, leaving his mother to carry the burden of raising him alone. She worked long hours, sometimes 2 jobs, coming home exhausted but never empty-handed. Always bringing food, always bringing love. Yu remembered nights when she thought he was asleep, quietly crying in the kitchen so he wouldn't hear. Music became his escape. When things felt too heavy, he would hum softly, imagining his mother smiling instead of worrying. She never had the chance to chase her own dreams, and Yu grew up watching her give everything for him, without asking for anything in return. "Every note I sing," Yu told the judges, "is because she believed in me when the world didn't." By the time he finished sharing his story, even the judges' expressions had changed. This was no longer just a talent show performance. It was a son's life story unfolding. As the music began, Yu closed his eyes and took a deep breath. The first note left his lips softly, almost fragile, but it carried an emotion so raw that the audience instantly felt it in their chests. His voice wasn't just technically beautiful, it was honest. Every lyric sounded like a letter written to his mother, filled with gratitude, regret, and love. As he sang, images of his childhood sacrifices seemed to pour into each note. His mother's tired hands, her silent strength, her unwavering faith. The audience sat frozen, many already wiping tears from their eyes. Halfway through the song, Yu's voice cracked, not from lack of skill, but from emotion, and instead of pulling away, he leaned into it. That crack made the performance real. That crack made it human. By the time he reached the chorus, the room was no longer listening. They were feeling. The camera cut to the judges, and the impact was undeniable. Heidi Klum pressed her hand to her chest, blinking back tears. Sofia Vergara's eyes glistened as she whispered, "Oh my God." Even Simon Cowell, the judge known for his tough exterior, sat unusually still, his expression softened, his eyes locked on Yu. When the final note faded, there was a moment of silence, so heavy it felt sacred. Then the entire theater erupted in a standing ovation. Yu stood there overwhelmed, tears streaming down his face as he bowed his head. Simon finally spoke, his voice quieter than usual. "That," he said, "was not just a performance. That was love." He admitted that Yu's voice carried something rare, truth. "You reminded everyone here why music matters," Simon added. For a moment, even the judges struggled to find words. When asked what he would say to his mother if she were watching, Yu turned toward the camera, his hands shaking. "Mama," he said softly, "this song is for you. Every tear you hid, every dream you gave up, I carry them with me. I hope tonight you feel proud." His voice broke completely, and the audience cried with him. This wasn't about winning a competition anymore. It was about honoring a woman who gave her entire life so her son could stand on that stage. Many viewers later said that moment reminded them of their own parents, their own sacrifices, their own unspoken gratitude. Yu Menglong didn't just sing. He spoke for millions of children who never found the words to thank their mothers. By the end of the audition, it was clear that Yu Menglong had done something unforgettable. Whether he advanced in the competition or not almost didn't matter. His story had already won hearts across the world. Social media flooded with comments, calling it one of the most emotional AGT auditions ever. People shared the clip with their parents, their families, and their loved ones. Yu walked off the stage knowing that, for the first time, his mother's sacrifices had been heard, not just by him, but by millions. His song became more than music. It became a reminder that behind every dreamer is someone who gave everything so that dream could live. And on that night, under the bright AGT lights, a son finally said thank you, with his voice, his tears, and his soul.